This was a 1932 hit by the singing brakeman Jimmie Rodgers, who was also known as the Blue Yodeler. He managed to insert his world-class yodeling into lots of songs, including this one. So stay tuned for the world-class yodeling. I'm growing tired of the big city lights, tired of the glamour and tired of the sights. In all my dreams I am roaming once more back to my home on the old river shore. I am sad and weary, far away from home, miss the Mississippi and you, dear. Days are dark and dreary everywhere I roam, miss the Mississippi and you. Roaming the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. Nothing seems to cheer me under heaven's dome, miss the Mississippi and you. Sorry I can't yodel like old Jimmie. Yodelady, 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 yodelady. Yodelady, 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 yodelady. Memories are bringing happy days of yore, miss the Mississippi and you. Mockingbirds are singing round my cabin door, I miss the Mississippi and you. Roaming the wide world over, always alone and blue. I'm longing for my homeland, muddy water shore, miss the Mississippi and you. Yeah, I'm dreaming of my homeland, muddy water shore, how I miss the Mississippi, and most of all you. Born in 1897, that's 1897, Jimmie Rodgers died in 1933 from tuberculosis at the way too young age of 35. He was a performing artist, leading his own band on the road with no adult supervision at the age of 13, so he got an early start. But during his teen years and his 20s, he couldn't make a living as a singer, so he went back and forth from singing to working on the railroad. So he was literally a singing brakeman. That wasn't just an affectation. Then in 1927, he made a recording, and something like the third or fourth cut that he recorded took off into the stratosphere. He sold over 500,000 copies, which was unheard of in 1927 for virtually any performer, but especially for one who was totally unknown. I mean, there couldn't have been 500,000 Victrolas in the country. What did people do with that record? Just sit there and look at it? So it's just astounding that he sold 500,000 copies in 1927. So in the wink of an eye, he went from total obscurity to being out in Hollywood, starring in a movie called The Singing Brakeman, a movie about himself, obviously, touring the world with the most popular entertainer of the day in the world, Will Rogers, no relation, and making recordings with the most popular musician in the world, Louis Armstrong. Jimmie Rodgers, in spite of his terribly declining health with his ever-growing tuberculosis, recorded and toured non-stop for the last 6 years of his life, from 1927 to 1933. He was one of the first 3 inductees into the new Country Music Hall of Fame in 1961, along with Fred Rose and, of course, Hank Williams. So, one of the biggest and brightest stars of American and international music in those fabulous years of boom, the late 20s, and bust, the early 30s, 1927 to 33. Because of his creativity, his unique style, and his incredible work ethic, Jimmie Rodgers has had a profound effect down to the present day on country music, pop, and the blues. Roaming the wide world over, always alone and blue. I'm longing for my homeland, muddy water shore. How I miss the Mississippi, and most of all you. Oh yeah. Well now, did you like that world-class yodeling? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I can yodel better than that guy. Well, you know, I set the bar pretty low. On the other hand, you just try it. Go ahead, try it. I'm listening. You don't sound any better than I did. So long.